Welcome to Living Life Victoriously, a ministry of Napney First Brethren Church, and I am excited today to have with us the founder and managing partner of Gen Y Hitch and also my friend, Carl Borkholder. Carl, welcome to our show today. It is so great to have you with us.
Mhm. Thank you. It's great to be here.
And Carl, today would like for us, as we get started today, for you just to kind of just walk us through generally what do you guys do here at Gen Y Hitch?
Well, I mean, we build hitches, right?
Mhm.
Anything towing related is really what we're into. Uh, Loading ramps. We build hitches for RVs, flat trailers. Pretty much anything in that any trailer is being towed with, we would sell into that market. Marine, boating. So it's a lot of towing related.
Okay.
Mostly towing related.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And today what we're going to do is we're going to explore how Christian faith intersects with business ownership and the unique challenges and opportunities that come with integrating Christian beliefs into the marketplace. And let's start with your personal story. Carl's a friend of mine. I met Carl when I first came to Napanee as the senior pastor at Napanee First Brethren Church. I heard of Carl's story, and someone told me, you need to get to know Carl. You need to get to know his story. So we went and we spent some time at a coffee house, and Carl shared his story with me. And it was just a really cool story. So, Carl, could you just share your story with the audience in regard to how did Gen Y Hitch become Gen Y Hitch?
Well, it's Gen Y's origins are very basic in my garage at our house. Yeah, I mean, at the time I owned a tree service company, so the constant struggle with we had multiple crews. So just to kind of give you some perspective, we had multiple different crews, so they had different trucks, and we had multiple different trailers in our lot. So every trailer needed a different connection device or a different height. And we had a bunch of hitches in the backs of our trucks to accommodate for every trailer. And one day I was getting tired of it because a lot of times a crew would leave, they would take the hitch that's needed for this trailer. The other crew would come, need this trailer, don't have a hitch. So they run up to the auto parts store and they buy a hitch. So over the years, we've accumulated a big pile of hitches in the corner of our garage there. And one day it just kind of occurred to me, like, I need to solve this problem, right? And the thought just kind of struck me, there's got to be a better way. So I went and took some tubes and stacked them on top of each other, welded them together, therefore made an adjustable hitch like you see it today. The ball slides in that part and you can rotate it and accommodate different ball sizes and whatnot. So I locked that hitch on each truck with a locking pin so nobody could take it out.
Mm-hmm.
And they had everything they needed for every trailer in the lot.
Mm,
And it kind of solved the problem.
right.
We ended up getting rid of all the hitches that were laying there
Mm-hmm.
on a pile. And at the time, I really didn't have any plans to start a business necessarily. I owned a tree service company. I ran a tree. We had 16, 18 employees at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was semi happy with what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I always had a kind of a thought, even in prior years, of building something that is sold around the world.
Mm,
And I never knew what that was or
mm-hmm.
what that meant, but I always had kind of that urge,
Mm-hmm.
to do that.
You think it was this God given?
Yeah, I just always thought someday I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
I had no outline of it, no plan.
Mm,
But yeah, it was, people asked about the hitches that we used, other companies that did similar things, and they wanted me to build them some. And over time, it kind of occurred to me that, well, maybe I could make a business out of this. The turning point really was for Gen Y was the development of our torsion flex. That was in about year 2 or 3. This system revolutionized towing and provided safer ride, a unique offering in the industry. It gathered significant attention with OEMs, distributors, and competitors, and that was really kind of our signature product, if you will. We ended up filing a patent on that, and the torsion flex system, for everyone, just for some context, it's basically a suspension between the truck and the trailer. The connection from the trailer to the truck, there's a suspension in there. It completely separates the truck from the trailer, and it
Okay.
rides on rubber.
Mm.
So you think about going down a highway over a bridge. Anyone that tows a trailer knows this. You hit that bridge, you feel that trailer hit the truck in the back. If you've ever towed a trailer, you know what I'm talking about. And the constant country roads around here are horrible, right? So you constantly feel that jarring and jerking. With our torsion flex, that almost completely goes away. It's like you're floating almost. And that was really what kind of made us relevant. If you
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So, looking back, I really see God's hand in every step of this journey.
Mm.
I really do. From that first sketch to the initial sale,
Were you still in your garage at this point?
I had a garage on my property
Mm-hmm.
that I was still working in. Yeah, it was about 5,000 square feet, so it was a sizable garage.
Right. Right.
And we really worked out of that for multiple years.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's witnessing our incredible team working together. That's the essence of Gen Y. It's more than a business. It's calling for me,
Mm.
obviously.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to you a little bit about our culture book,
Yeah. That's
and
cool.
and it's kind of what we set up here. Donna and Luke, some of the key employees here, they helped us put that together. Did a very good job with that. We basically give every employee this culture book as we hire them. And, it's.
Yeah, I mean, as you showed me this, we discussed that you started off small, and within this, you have your mission statement, you have your core values, and you talk about it talks about faith and stewardship and customer service and teamwork and your purpose, and I mean, it goes through innovation, integrity. I mean, this is impressive. Expectation, of excellence, your principles. I mean, discipline. I mean, it covers so many things. And the thing that's so impressive about this is like we discussed, as you grow, and you bring in new people, you have to be intentional in training people in your culture.
Right.
Because when you're small, it's easier to hire people and kind of screen people that are more similar to your culture. But as you grow, it gets a little bit more difficult.
It gets a lot more difficult.
Yeah. So when you have something that is tangible, and I liked how you talked about you have to have buy-in, especially in the managerial area. And if your managers live this lifestyle, then it really rubs off.
Oh, for sure.
On those that they lead.
Yeah. No, like I mentioned earlier, the department leaders really have to have buy-in and all that. I mean, many of you may know Donna Schmucker. She's the face of kind of our marketing. A lot of videos we put out, she's kind of in them. She was a huge factor in putting this together.
She's hilarious. I love the videos. Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. She, ironically enough, I've learned so much from her, even though she's much younger than me, but her style and how she lives her life, she'll tell me if I'm doing something wrong. She's not a yes person. Like if something's wrong, she'll speak up.
Right. And that's important when you're in a position of power and leadership within an organization. You have to have those people.
Oh, for sure.
And
that's so critical.
Yeah, you can't have yes people.
No.
I mean, yeah, that's important. So you're still at the point of in your garage. So take us from there. Where does Gen Y Hitch story continue?
Well, I mean, the garage that lasts for about, I would say, 3-4 years. Then we move into a bigger building because the thing you got to understand, the first 4 years of Gen Y's existence, we grew year over year 100% plus every year. So the first couple years, it's fine because, you're not doing large numbers. But
Mhm.
obviously, the bigger the number gets to grow 100%,
Yeah. Right.
pretty soon you're going leaps and bounds. We ended up moving to a bigger facility. Looking back, it wasn't much bigger than what we had.
Mm.
Almost like it was kind of pointless moving, but we did. It was maybe 30% bigger,
Okay.
which didn't help us a whole lot because within a year or two after that, we were moving again.
Mm.
We needed a bigger facility.
Mhm.
So, fast forward, we moved into a facility up here in Napanee where we used to be down the street here. But
Mhm.
uh, then that's when I came to kind of a fork in the road, if you will. So at the time, we were outsourcing everything.
Mm.
Like we weren't manufacturing anything in house. We owned all the patents, developed the products, and did sales and marketing.
Mm.
That's all we did in house. So everything was outsourced. At the pace we were growing, to have somebody else grow with you at that rate,
Mm.
very, very difficult, which I get it.
Mhm.
Our biggest supplier came to us and said, "Hey, we can't keep on growing this way and have no stake in your product,"
Mm.
which I totally get, right?
Right.
We owned the product. Everything was ours, but they were manufacturing, buying equipment, machinery,
Mm.
build all this stuff for us. The
Mhm.
demand got so high, and he was either wanting to sell his operation to us or we start manufacturing in house.
Mhm.
We kind of bring some of this stuff in. And for me, up to that point, I had never taken a paycheck or, for the first 3 or 4 years, I've never taken any money out of the company.
Mhm.
My wife worked full time and the struggles were real, right?
Mhm.
Kids, all that stuff. I had to make a decision. Either bring in outside investors and build our own manufacturing out, or ironically, we had an offer on the table from one of our biggest competitors
Mm.
to buy Gen Y.
Mm.
This was back in 2018, I believe. Yeah, 2018, 2019. And it was not a cheap offer. It would have set us for the rest of our life. Yeah.
Generational wealth. Yeah.
Yeah. It was not, I don't know if it would have been generational, but we would have been fine for the rest of our lives.
Mhm.
Uh, pending we invested properly, all that.
Right.
But
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
it was either that or bring investors in and
Mhm.
build out our manufacturing. So we kind of decided on the latter.
Mhm.
That's when Danny Miller
Mhm.
and Scott Tuttle, they're local people.
Mhm.
A lot of people know them. Uh, they wanted to buy a portion of the company, put money in, and build out the manufacturing. And at the time, that was really what I wanted to do.
Mhm.
I knew that this was, has the potential to go somewhere
Mhm.
much bigger. And that's really, I wasn't done either. I was like, man, I can't, I don't want to,
You're not a guy who can just sit
no,
at
I'm not
home
going to
and do
sit down.
nothing. Yeah. Yeah.
I would turn around and start something else, you know
Right.
how that goes. And my wife told me that too at the time. I remember, you're just going to start something else. Might as well keep going. So that's what we ended up doing. Yeah, they came in, bought into the company, and they're part of the ownership group now too as well. And we built out the manufacturing. Hence is
Mhm.
what you see right here. And that happened in like 2019 or so. So in the last 5, 6 years, we've essentially vertically integrated about 99% of our products.
Wow. Yeah.
So to me, it was like almost restarting a whole new business, with what we did with manufacturing.
Right.
Uh, but it's fun.
Mhm.
I love it. The anything that's a little bit challenging, a little bit
Yeah.
kind of, people say, it's hard or impossible, or, I love that type of stuff,
Mhm.
kind of tackle it.
Yeah. I mean, if you love what you do,
Mhm.
it's kind of like that old saying, it's not work, it's a passion.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it really is.
Well, it's really quite the story. I mean, when you sit back and you think about, and this is a gorgeous facility. I mean, and it started all from the origins of you just needed something to make your tree cutting business work, to your garage,
Yeah.
helping out few people that needed a hitch, like what you were using, to this where it is right now
Yeah.
today. And it's a quite a success story. I mean, now your hitches are in all throughout the United States in auto parts stores, correct?
Yeah. Auto parts stores, mom and pop stores, trailer dealerships, RV dealerships, it's any type of towing related dealership,
Mm-hmm.
boat dealerships, you go
Mm-hmm.
on down the list as this market, you mentioned just the United States. Our second largest market is Australia. So
Really?
we send a lot of product to Australia. Matter of fact, we have a container ready to go out here soon. Full container that's going to Australia.
Oh, wow.
And our third largest is Canada, and we sell some in Europe, South America. There's a couple different ones we sell. Chile. I know we have a dealer down there. So there's about, I'd say, 8 or 9 countries that we sell into.
Wow.
And
So you're across the world, really?
yeah, Mexico, we sell into Mexico. Yeah. Ironically, Dubai,
Mm-hmm.
we have a good dealer in Dubai that sells our products.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're huge into the customized trucks.
Okay.
A lot of people over there want those trucks.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they import the trucks and then they need the hitches to go with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I know when I got a new truck, I came in here and got one of your hitches,
Yeah, I remember that.
and it's kind of funny. I don't know if you realize this or not, but I'm in Plymouth, and there's kind of a culture. If you have a Gen Y hitch, there's kind of a culture of Gen Y hitches. And I was out in at Walmart one time, and someone pulled up beside me and said, "Hey, you got a Gen Y hitch too?" and it's like it's
Yeah.
kind of like this culture, and it's kind of cool. I mean, this is going to sound weird, but it's an attractive hitch.
Yeah.
You just can't go to Walmart or just your local AutoZone and find a hitch that looks like this.
Right.
I mean, they are.
I mean, the hitches have been the basic hitches they sell for 50 years.
Mhm.
That's that little hitch with a little bar on it and a ball on it. It's pretty basic. We joke around. People joke around all the time that Gen Y's made hitches cool. And we kind of have fun with that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, if you're watching our podcast and you want to get online, you can go to Gen Y Hitch website. What's your website?
It's genyhitch.com.
genyhitch.com, and you can order right online, and they'll ship it right to you. This is the end of part 1 of our interview with Carl Borkholder, founder and managing partner at Gen Y Hitch. And part 2, next time on Living Life Victoriously, we're going to dig into really the spiritual side of being a Christian business owner. God bless.